All right, y'all. Rick's Mountain Morning Show is about 28 before the top of the hour. All right, y'all. So, the Emmys.
You know what, Rick? Before we do the Emmy nominations, the epic Emmy nominations, I want to talk a little bit about this R. Kelly case that, has really advanced yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yesterday, a judge ruled that R. Kelly will actually remain locked up while he awaits trial on federal sex crime charges without a bond. So he was not given a bond. And, his lawyer really wanted to give him a bond. And he spoke to reporters and he feels like what the judge did was unfair. He feels like he is not a flight risk, despite that's what the judge said. And this is what the lawyer had to say to a reporter.
He's never missed a court date. He's never been late for a court date. He doesn't have a passport. He doesn't travel anywhere. He's absolutely not a flight risk.
So R. Kelly faces a combined 18 counts in indictments in Brooklyn and Chicago for alleged crimes against a dozen victims. And two of the alleged victims you remember that documentary, Rick, that they had, Surviving R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Well, two of the girls that were actually in that documentary that are alleged victims walked out of the courtroom. They were there yesterday in support of R. Kelly. And they walked out of the courtroom yesterday hand in hand while R. Kelly was detained.
Oh, wow.
They were friends. They did it as friends. But my thing is, I'm not for R. Kelly. I'm not against R. Kelly. But my thing is this. Now, he's not a flight risk because black people don't flight, for one thing, honey, because he's scared to go any doggone where. Like the man said, he's been going to court every day. Whenever he had to go to court, he went. Now look at the big time Hollywood producer who allegedly molested or raped or whatever he did with all them dogs. Weinstein with all them women. He's at his beautiful Beverly Hills mansion. Ain't nobody told him nothing, but they put Bill Cosby in jail.
Well, they put the other man, the other billionaire, in jail. They didn't give him bail.
Epstein.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to.
Well, but the system is unfair, though, Gary.
Yes,
I'm not
it is.
arguing with you.
I agree. The system
unfair.
But 18 counts. He has 18 indictments against him. This is not R. Kelly's first time. And this time, like the last, they have actual tapes and evidence of underage girls. Like, at what point does that matter?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not for him to get out because I have daughters. Or whatever, especially like when you got in trouble the first time, and the second time, and the third time, you just keep violating, and it's almost like, nah, I beat it, and it's like he got more arrogant with it and just continued to do what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, you have to use a little bit of discretion and just kind of chill out and tell these girls, hey, go visit your mom and dad and come on back. Or whatever, if that's what you into, especially after they're adults.
Right.
After they're adults. I'm not, what I'm saying? Just the way he kind of went about stuff and got away with stuff, and it just caught back up with him.
Well, we will definitely be following this case here at the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. So as any information comes to light in this case, we will be right on the heels of it. But right now, I want to jump into these Emmy nominations that were announced today. Super duper excited for a lot of these shows. You guys know my favorite show, Game of Thrones. It took away 32 nominations, which basically makes it the leading network, HBO, for nominations for the Emmy across the board.
Okay.
So that's amazing. And then
I hadn't watched HBO since the movie Gloria came out.
I didn't even know it was still on.
Well, another one that took some history was the Netflix 4-part series created by Ava DuVernay got 6 nominations, When They See Us.
6? I thought they had 16.
16, excuse me. 16.
And they should have had more.
But 16 is amazing. That's one of the most for a Netflix show so far.
Yeah.
So that big up to Ava DuVernay for that. And then the new Showtime series called Black Monday, you have Don Cheadle, who is nominated for Outstanding Comedy Actor, as well as Anthony Anderson in Blackish is also nominated.
Hey.
How many they got?
Well, Anthony Anderson is nominated for one himself. I think Blackish has a couple, but that's a big deal for Anthony Anderson. Yeah. And then also our girl Laverne Cox over at Orange is the New Black is nominated for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there are a lot of nominations out there. So many, way more than we could ever go down the list of. But big up to the community for really showing up and getting the noms that they deserve this season.
Wow.
For the Emmys. And, the Emmys does come on September 22nd on Fox. And so our fingers are crossed. We'll all be hopeful and wishful and, as Gary says, prayerful.
That's right. Now, the Emmys lead up to what? The Oscars?
The Oscars are in February, so it kicks off what we call award season.
Yeah.
So it goes through the end of the year to the top of the year, from Emmys to Golden Globes to SAG to all of those.
There it is. All right, so y'all going to post these nominations on RickySmileyMorningShow.com where everybody can go to it and see it?
Absolutely.
There it is. All right, appreciate it. All right, let me see what we got. Praise Break up next. You don't want to miss it, Ricky Smiley Morning Show.